They accuse us of having a belief system, of having a faith, and their idea of faith is believing where there's no evidence. So by definition, because they think their atheism is based on evidence, it's not a belief system. And that's one of the battles we're engaged in, to get across the fact that Christians are people whose trust in God is based on solid and convincing evidence. And John has this book of signs. Mind you, of course, there are people like A.C. Grayling, who, to my amazement, he's a philosopher in London, said, Jesus expects us to believe without evidence. He quotes a couple of verses before the ones I read, where Jesus says to Thomas, because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed. So says Grayling. There it is. Jesus expects people to believe without evidence. Can he not read? Because what it says here is, blessed are those that have not seen and yet believed. Seeing is only one kind of evidence. Christ never said, blessed are those who have had no evidence and yet believed. It's those that haven't seen. None of us in this room have seen Jesus Christ as the apostles did, and yet we have many grounds for believing, including the entire book of signs, which is John's Gospel. If A.C. Grayling had bothered to read the next verse from the one he quoted, he wouldn't have made the mistake. But then I notice in our opponents, they're not very good at taking Scripture seriously. They constantly demand evidence, but when it's offered, they don't even take the trouble or have the courtesy to read it.